And I was just enough bigger than everybody that I sock him.
Yeah?
Yes.
It was still allowed back then, just punch another kid in the face.
You could totally do that.
Fuck. That sounds like a pretty cool time to be.
It was a great time to be a kid. Yes.
So you were telling me earlier that you have a video game system. Is it PS3, PS4?
I have a PS3.
PS3 that you are playing somewhat in private, right? Like it's a little bit of a secret in your household?
It is a secret. It is a secret to my children.
Okay. Your wife knows?
My wife knows. She took one look at it and said, I'm not gonna, you can do this when I'm not around, but if Pablo, our 6-year-old, no, now 7-year-old, if he finds out, it's gone.
Jeez.
And I mean, basically, so if that gives you some kind of indication of what marriage is like, it's basically you are kind of like a child. Okay. Treated like a child, except for then you have moments where you throw a tantrum and say things like, I'm a grown-up, I have a job, I can do whatever I want, leave me alone.
How's that go?
It works.
Yeah?
Temporarily. And
Temporarily.
then, yeah, until the next thing comes along and then you get scolded.
Gosh,
like
so you can't even play it in front of her, right?
So, no. Well, except, okay, coincidentally, last night, so she was out at a work function, and so I think, you know, kids are in bed, and I think, hey, I have a little bit of time. I'm playing, at the moment, Batman Arkham City. I think I'm gonna get a little Batman in. And so I get the headphones on, I get everything going, and like 3 minutes later, she's standing in the doorway, and I can't hear her come in, you know?
So who knows how long she's been there?
Who knows? It couldn't have been long because I had just started the game. I mean, I felt caught. I felt embarrassed.
It sounds shameful.
I always feel shame whenever she walks in. There was times that I could hear the car pull up, you know, and I would scramble, and I still do this. I scramble, I start saving the game, turning off.
God.
Like making it so
like
that
you got caught jerking off or something.
Yes.
It's the same
It's a lot
thing.
like that.
So I don't think that my necessarily has the same stigma around games.
Right.
Like I can't really ever imagine feeling shameful in exactly that way for playing a game unless I'm doing it like while my roommate is doing dishes or something, and then maybe I would feel like I'm kind of just entertaining myself right now.
So here's the difference. Here's an important difference. I married a Berkeley hippie. Okay. Who grew up with no television.
Notorious gamers.
Yeah, right. Like Max. Ish.
Sort of. Yeah.
But I mean, it's a thing, you know, and so that's, I think I just married into shame, I think, is the real issue.
Fun. So do you, when it comes to how you're going to raise your kids in regards to games, is there an age in which you're going to let them see them? Are they going to grow up with the same video game shame as you?
No, I don't think so. Because one, my son loves video games. He plays them at friend's house, and anything on an iPad. And somehow my wife sees a distinction, which I don't. I think.
Does she use an iPad?
She does, but she doesn't play games. Oh, can we go back to what happened last night?
Yes, yeah.
So she walks in. She's standing in the doorway, like just the silhouettes. And all of a sudden the shame sets in. I slowly take off my headphones, and I had paused the game, and she looked up at the screen and she said, "That's really beautiful." I was like, so I thought it was like an opening.
Yeah.
You know,
were you like gliding through the city or something?
No, I just started. I hadn't even gotten. I just turned it on and I was in a room and I put it on pause. And when it goes on pause, it becomes like that kind of black and white.
It comic bookifies everything.
And it is beautiful. And she said, "I've never seen anything like that. That's really cool." And she's, you know, a documentary filmmaker, you know, and photography major, so she appreciates pretty things, and so it felt like a breakthrough to have her say that is really beautiful.
So did she sit down and watch you play?
So what she did was she's like, "Do you listen through those things that are headphones?" It seemed like a very adorable question, and I said, "Yeah, put them on. It sounds really cool." And so she put them on, and then I started going around the room and doing shit, like just so she could like hear it. I put it in the detective mode,
right?
So that because then it gets like it also gets all real. The sound gets sort of muffled in a really weird way, and so I'm like taking her on this little tour, this weird tour, this Batman tour, and it was really funny. It's just funny, and so I have no idea what the takeaway was.
Yeah.
You know, well, what her takeaway was, but it felt like a moment.
Well, cool. Well, I want to check back with you in like 6 months and see where your progress is. I still can't deal with the idea of there being a secret PlayStation in the house that this kid doesn't know about. That's incredible. So do you have to like set it up again every time?
No, so when I put it in, my son said, "Oh my God, a PS3." And so he knows what it is. And I said, "It's for watching Netflix and playing DVDs."
Ooh, that excuse is not going to hold up very long.
No, it won't. But it was, we'll see how long that. I mean, he knows. And then my daughter's actually caught me playing. I thought the kids were asleep, and then I was up playing. I think my wife was out of town or something, and she walked in. And she said, "Oh, it's really weird seeing me play video games." So they actually, I think, know that I play video games, but I make it a point to honor my wife's desire that they don't see me playing. So
it's really less about them playing games and more about them seeing their father in that compromised position. Oh.
Yes. No,
I don't want them to see you like this.
No, it's embarrassing. It's like, it would be like walking in at some terrible moment that will scar them for life.
Okay.
Apparently.
Well, I seriously do want to check back in with you like down the line and see if her tolerance has loosened.
Yeah. We'll see.